ain't trying to,
Gotcha.
All right, man. Yeah. Yeah. What time is it? It's your boy Jerk Jerkins right here on Florida Hip Hop Radio. Let me get myself together. Right here on Florida Hip Hop Radio. And I got none other than a major treat for the city today. We have none other than community leader and activist, also the owner and founder, CEO of Fortitude Security Incorporated. I got none other than Dejeon Cain in the building. What's going on, big dog?
Hey, man, you know what? I feel great. Great to be here in Gainesville, Florida.
Yeah.
And do what we do. And great. Jerk, I just want to commend you on a wonderful job on this show.
Well, thank you,
feeding
man.
our community so much positive energy, changing the way Gainesville do radio. This will be a source and a blessing for decades to come.
Well, we specialize here in music. I mean, that's one thing we do. But with most radio stations, they don't give the space to do as much talk as I think we need right now.
Right.
We can't just listen to music all day long. There's conversations that need to be had, and I just want to be the place where we have them, especially locally. So anyway, man, but it ain't about me today. It's about you, my boy. So let's talk a little bit first about you, man, for the people that may not know you. I've been knowing you for years, man, but I want, I want to make sure that we cover all bases here. So let's start from the beginning, man. So you grew up right here in Gainesville.
Man, grew up right here in Gainesville, went to Gainesville High School.
Yes, sir. From Hurricanes, baby.
Did a little bit of a Howard Bishop and all those other wonderful schools.
Yes, sir.
Straight
right here, raised right here in the city.
Man, right from the city.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit. I want to talk about this at the beginning before we go into what we're really going to talk about. Let's talk about you growing up here and what was your first experiences or passions towards community leadership and activism? How'd you get into that in the first place?
So, growing up here in Gainesville, being a part of Gainesville Police Explorers. Also being a part of, some of the different organizations that they had. I grew a love, not only just for the community, but wanting to make positive change in the community. And when you make that change, you have to hit hard.
So shout out. So who was over the Explorer thing? Was it Darryl Lloyd at the time?
Man, it was D. Lloyd, man.
Okay, shout out to him. He started out as an Explorer himself.
Yeah, and D. Lloyd was actually our advisor at the time.
Shout out to him, man.
And man, I love him. He is the best.
Okay.
He actually mentored me as a young man, and that's why I'm so successful today. Also, Chief Tony Jones, man, he is like the guy. And we are so blessed to have him here in the city of Gainesville and beyond.
No, absolutely. Shout out to Chief Tony Jones. I've been knowing him all my life. As you know, my mom worked at GPD for 35 years. But
Yes, sir.
Tony Jones, my first year getting into journalism, my first ever convention for National Association of Black Journalism, Tony Jones funded that. And nobody even knows that. I talk about it every now and then, but he didn't publicize it. He didn't put it, but he the one put the money in my hand to be able to get on the plane, to be able to, to rent these expensive hotels. Tony Jones, man.
That's the kind of man
and he had no connection to me at all. He just knew I was this young black brother with a radio station and I was trying to go on a trip. And somebody put it in his ear, and next thing I know, I had a check. So shout out to him, man. Let's go back up a little bit. So you were in the Police Explorers, and I want you to talk a little bit about your 2012 campaign run. I know you ran for commissioner, right?
Yes, sir.
Talk about that. First of all, talk about your decision to what led to that, and then I want you to talk about what you learned from it.
Okay, so my decision to run was because I grew up here, and I noticed that the East Side is still the East Side.
Still look like it wasn't there in 1988, right?
I remember riding the bus from M.K. Rawlings, and Dr. Parker was the principal, and it still looked like the East Side.
Yeah.
So when you look at that, and then you go on Southwest side of Gainesville and Archer Road, you see a drastic difference.
To the point where now they're trying to separate a whole other county now.
Yeah, they doing
They
that.
just say, you know what? We're just going to leave y'all over there in 1985, and we just going to... It's crazy, man.
We ain't going to dump any more money in the community.
Right.
And that is a ignorant error.
Yeah, it is.
And I'm going to tell you something, all right? I grew up here. I've seen what we've had. I've seen what we've lost. I've seen no gains. And I was on the city's plan board. I was a plan commissioner.
I remember
for
that.
8 years.
I remember that.
And, they got a little hot with me because I was asking the question, explain to me why on Archer Road, when I'm approving the Wawas, when I'm approving all these big places, what is the difference? And you know what they told me? They told me numbers. They also told me that the reason that we wasn't getting anything done on the east side was because they were having to streamline the city codes. There are a lot of things that we don't understand how it's coded. So when you see just jails, or you just see prisons, or you just see homeless shelters, it's because it's coded that way. So we have to break that code, which means we can break that stigma from our side of town. We got to let people that will fight, and not people that will just talk and cancel their appointments and not show up, and all that is all mouth and no action.
Shots fired. So hey, talk about first of all, let me give you your props for even for that the role that you did as the commissioner advisor. I want to give you a thanks from the community for your 8 years that you served there. Talk a little bit about, and obviously I know in 2012 you ran, obviously you didn't win, but talk about the experience and talk about what you learned from it, bro. Man,
look, I'm going to be real with you. You know, I'm Bishop, so Bishop going to keep it real.
Yes, sir.
It was crazy, bro, because you had people that act like they were for you, but they really wasn't. You had people pulling you in the corner, telling you, well, if you say this, you know, you're going to destroy your career. Let me tell you something, and I want every listener to hear this.
Yes, sir.
When God has anointed you to do a job,
yes, sir,
whether you do it or you don't, you'll always win.
What God has for me, it is for me.
Doc, and they can't touch you. Yes, so, you know, if you got a neighbor out there right now, just touch that neighbor and say, I got it, I win.
Yes, sir.
And people don't get that. And that was my mentality. No matter how tough it got, no matter who knocked on my door, no matter who they sent to my house, I still won. So I'm telling you, man, that's the mentality. And you have to be careful and know that let him lead you and not people.
Amen. That's real, though,
That's the basis, man. And listen, the biggest thing, Jerk, be honest about the people. Be honest with them people. If you can't help them, tell them you can't help them. If you can't, you know, that's the problem. We're in an era right now, brother, where we cannot play politics with people's lives. People are suffering because of COVID-19.
Yes,
and
sir.
If you're an elected official, be honest. Stop faking, shaking, and baking. And stop moving to the side where people can't see you. But you only come out during election time. Come out before that. Come to the church before that.
Yes, sir.
That's a real politician. And go and meet their needs. Go to their doorstep.
Sheesh. But you dropping some bombs on me right now.
That's what we need. We need bombs. It's been too quiet in this city.
Yes, sir.
Enough is enough. East side is still east side.
Yeah,
we don't have no grocery stores. We don't have a health clinic. We don't have nothing. And they give us the little pickles to make us be quiet.
Right.
When are you going to get tired of pickles? When you going to want some apples? When you going to want some oranges?
Say that.
When you going to want some turnip greens? When you going to want some collard greens? You know what I'm saying? You got to want the whole meal, man.
That's real, though, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk a little bit. How can the average person help with something like this,
man? The average person need to get on the city boards, man. The average person need to go down to City Hall, take those 3 minutes, and advocate for your community. Get involved in campaigns. Find campaigns that's true. Don't get nobody that's faulty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to be good. Don't get nobody that's faulty. You only know me on campaign season. And to be honest, I'm gonna throw this out here and they can do what they want with it. I really
do your
don't
thing.
care. But on the east side, we've had a pandemic for a long time.
Oh, man.
And I truly believe that we don't have a pandemic now, but we still do. But we got, guess what we got?
What we got, bro?
We got something great. And you know what that thing that's great? It's an antidote. We got an antidote now.
And what could that be?
Desmond Duncan Walker.
Oh, man. That's who you endorsing her?
For Gainesville City Commission.
Oh, man.
District 1.
Wow.
That's the antidote.
Okay.
When y'all gonna be tired of getting nothing for something?
Well,
why do we have to give up something all the time?
Let me talk about a little something then. Okay. I've probably been covering, on radio, I've been covering local politics, city politics, for about 4 years. Hit or miss a few elections. In 2018, we had a surgeon. We had an election where we put 2 black women on the city commission, and being Mrs. Gigi Simmons and Mrs. Gail Johnson.
Right.
Gigi Simmons, she ended up beating Mr. Charles Golston, who was the incumbent, and Gail Johnson beat the guy who owns this building I'm in right now, Harvey Budd.
Right.
With all that being said, we had a big wave of black female voters, and when you saw that push, and black men too, but we saw that push where we put these people, we put these beautiful women on the city commission, right? Desmond Walker, another black woman.
Right.
Tell me, what's so different about her from what we got now?
So
because she's running in District 1,
right?
Which is held right now by Gigi Simmons.
Right.
So what's the difference here between us going from Mrs. Simmons? Why should we change our vote from Miss Simmons to Miss Walker?
Well, first of all, you need a commissioner that doesn't hide.
Wow.
You need a commissioner that when you call, she answers. Not having her secretary cancel your appointment and never get back with you for the appointment.
Is this something that you think is common right now, or is this like an isolated incident or something?
It's common. It's very common. And it's so common to the point till I'm going to tell you, coronavirus is everybody's excuse right now. That don't stop you from knocking on doors. That don't stop you from visiting people.
Right.
That don't stop you from pulling for your community and pushing. Now, she's done some things, but she has not done enough for this community, and she's been quiet far too long.
Okay, well, hold on. Slow down. Why is Miss Desmond Walker different?
Miss Desmond Walker, first of all, she's authentic.
Yeah,
authentic.
She's fine. She's fine. She's beautiful too. That's a beautiful woman. But
yeah.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah. But talk about. I shouldn't even say that. Hey. But talk about the type of person she is.
I mean, she's phenomenal. And she's what Gainesville needs. Someone that won't back down, that's going to make sure equality and all those other things that we need in our city government, to make sure that the unions are getting what they need, to make sure that people are getting adequate health care, make sure we're getting grocery stores and different things in our area. And let me tell you the great thing I love about Desmond Duncan. She can actually sit down,
right,
and I believe that they will listen. And I believe she can pull our community together.
Right. You
got to be a good commissioner to do that. Well, you got to be liked.
I met her a few years back. Actually, Mr. Charles Ghostin, who I was producing his radio show at the time, he sent me to meet her. Right. For some reason, I don't know if he was doing an event or something. He gave me her name on a card and told me to go talk to her. And when I did, I had my 2 daughters with me. And she gave us a tour of A. Quinn Jones Museum, right. And just she acted as I guess she was curating at the time,
right.
And she just gave us a lot of information. And I just felt like she was the most genuine person. I had no clue that in a couple of years she'd be running for office, but just that type of authenticity, and just that genuineness of being a nice person always stuck out to me. And I never forgot who she was until hearing now that she's running. So when I first heard that she was running, that really excited me, because I can remember that she was really, really such a nice person. So I was kind of excited and interested to see, to get to know her as a candidate. And we'll have her up here pretty soon as well.
Great, man. You can't go wrong. Not only that, let me just go back. Her family has served this community for decades. Mm-hmm. Duncan's Funeral Home. And
okay. See, I had no clue. Okay.
And they've served us with grace, God's presence, and His anointing. And I'm going to tell you.
Historic.
When you look at those 2 candidates, there is night and day. And I'm serious. I'm one that don't throw my neck too quick. But let me tell you, I'm led by a spirit. And that spirit tells me that she is the right tune. That spirit tells me.
Well, that's cool. Well, we haven't endorsed anybody here in Florida Hip Hop, and that's definitely your personal opinion. So we definitely got to make sure that's clear.
Yes.
But we're definitely hearing nothing but good things, and she has definitely a lot of support right now. Her campaign manager is Miss Shanae Jackson, who we all know as being a force around in this area. So I'm definitely interested to see how this all comes into fruition. So anyway, man, but we're not here to talk about Desmond Duncan today. I got an interview set up with her. We'll talk to her down the road. Let's talk about how you went from doing your public service as on boards with the city, running for office, all these different things, and just being your own activist and community leader in your own right. How did that transfer to the security game? Where'd that start?
So, man, I was working for the University of Florida Police Department.
You sure was.
Police service taken. I was there for 8 years. And then the state said, well, you know what, we're going to get ready to cut people. So I was one of those people that got cut.
Wow.
And previous to that, man, just to show, tell people how great God can be. He had already shared with me prior to me getting that call. He said, Dejeon, one day you're gonna need to pull out of this because you're not going to be around UPD long. And I went to my supervisor. I said, hey, man, look, God just woke me. I said, I love you. I appreciate everything you did. I'm not going to be here long. Well, the next day, I got called down, and they paid me a big sum of money. And so I went my separate way and got that money, started Fortitude Security.
Nice.
Got my first contract within 15 minutes.
Wow.
God opened up that window, and God has been adding and increasing ever since.
Amen. So, what year was that when you got started?
So we've been open since 2017.
Wow, okay. So cool, man. Y'all got a 5-year anniversary coming up next year, man. That's all right, man.
Sir.
Blessings, bro.
Yeah.
So, I know you were in the Police Explorers. You explained that, but talk a little bit about your inspiration behind being in security, period? Like, where'd that come from, man?
Well, my inspiration,
being a protector.
Like I said, Dear Lloyd, Chief Jones, they were very vital, man. In our community, I saw that we needed that type of service in this community. And also, truly local. That's our theme. And we need local companies that can come and do the job. We're issuing a lot of work out to Jacksonville and Tampa, and they're coming in our territory, handling our neighborhoods and handling our functions.
When you guys actually got the expertise on the local region.
Yeah, and we're here. And so my whole thing of it is using our local, truly local security companies. And not only that, man, but you know what? Just being there for the community. Because it ain't all about me. It's about being a help and helping and giving. And Fortitude does that. We're a giver. I love to give.
Amen.
Matter of fact, hopefully we'll do some of that today.
Say it again.
We'll do some of that today.
No, let's talk about that right now, man. We're gonna get the people to call in. How about that? First caller 352-554-5645 will receive. You tell them.
Hey man, they'll get a concealed weapons certificate. Just come to the class. It's every Saturday from 9 to 1.
Nice.
And 352-577-0929, 352-577-0929. And you can call 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. Somebody will pick up the line, and we got you.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So we're going to actually give away 2 of these. But the first caller call in, and the number's 352-554-5645. That's 352-554-5645. That is for a $75 value of a concealed weapons permit. Y'all know how valuable that is in the streets right now. So, hey, if I was y'all, I would definitely call in. And we're going to flash that out all through the broadcast. So, y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that, man. So, anyway, man, let's talk a little bit about your credentials and the things that you accomplished, man. How many years you done put into this, man?
Man, over 20 years.
Wow.
20 years. And the relationships that I've built is such a blessing. That's what's kept me in this pandemic. Relationships. And in our community, you gotta have relationships. Like, man, I've been knowing you since I was a little dude, man.
Well, hey, man, I don't mean to be interrupted, but we definitely got a caller.
Yeah.
And let me get to that real quick, man. Give me 1 second. Yo, it's your boy Drake Jerkins right here on Florida Hip Hop Radio. Who do I got on the line? Cynthia, how you doing, baby? You are our winner of our concealed weapons course from Fortitude Security Incorporated. So I just want to really first thank you for listening. Thank you for calling in. And I'm going to have to take your information off the air. I don't want everybody to hear all your personal stuff. But I'm assuming this is Cynthia Allen, right? Awesome. No, I got you right there on the live. So what I'll do is I'll contact you through Facebook, and it'll send you all of the information that you need to confirm everything. But again, congratulations and thanks for calling in. No, absolutely. Take care. But right back to it. So, hey, man, thanks a lot. That was Cynthia Allen. She's watching on the Facebook Live, and she called in, man. So you got your first winner right there, man. So
we got to get our people protected, man, and so they can know the laws and what the law says and those type of things. We got to be educated.
Well, man, first of all, man, I just want to say thank you, man, for your generosity. That's really cool, man. That was something that you actually brought that idea before the broadcast. I had no idea that you were even going to be doing that. So I think that just points to the kind of the level of generosity, man. So thanks again for that.
Yes,
Talk a little bit about your expertise, man. I know that you're into security, but over a 20-year period, I'm sure you've accumulated a number of different skill sets.
Man.
So talk about all these different things you specialize in.
Man, I mean, we can come out, we can analyze the situation as far as your property, tell you what you need. We have a team for that. We offer the concealed weapons class. We have a tactical training course. We have the D, which is your regular security license. Your G is with the gun.
Yes, sir.
So it's whatever you need. We're here. We got great people that work for Fortitude that is able to help you. And the thing is, we want the community to know that we're here for you.
Yes,
in these
sir.
trying times, man, go back to what happened up in D.C., man. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, you got to be prepared. You got to have insurance for your, when you get your concealed weapons permit. That's another thing. Get that insurance. So if you ever get in a bad situation, you're able to call that attorney, and they actually come on site and have your back, and it's already paid for and everything.
Wow.
So it's a lot of things that we need to be educated about, and I'm here to educate my community. And not only that, but be a blessing, bro. Because listen, this is the truth. I can't do nothing without them. Without them, there is no me. And people forget that. I tell my employees that all the time. You're going to have your bumps in the road, but I can't do nothing without you.
Amen, man. Sorry, yeah. What they say? Dream work make the team work, man.
Yes, sir.
Talk a little bit about. I had a question about something I was reading on your website. Tell me, what is a Firewatch company?
So what happens with the Firewatch? So if a particular, let's just say in this building that the fire alarm system goes out.
God forbid.
It is no longer functional.
Yes, sir.
And it says trouble. What'll happen is the fire department, they'll get a notification. They'll come out. The fire inspector will say, hey, y'all got to get that fixed. If it's not, then y'all can't occupy the building. You have to have security in here in order to perform that Firewatch. So a Firewatch person actually walks up and down the building every hour. They document. They make sure that there's actually no fire because at that time it's not online.
Gotcha.
So we basically your Firewatch to make sure.
And I love the whole thought of that, man. And that's the whole deal about safety. Is you guys step in places that people often don't even consider.
Yep.
And that's really a blessing there, man.
I mean,
you guys are the vanguard.
Even with COVID-19, I will tell you, I've been out here since day one of COVID. We have a lot of University of Florida places that we do, and I thank God I have not caught COVID. That my guys
Amen.
are trained, specialized. Matter of fact, I'll tell you this: we had a first. It was a track meet, and it was down on Alachua. And when COVID first came out, my company, we were hired to do all of the checks for the temperatures. We had the CDC guideline questions to ask, and we asked those questions and made sure people was in tune with the right rules, regulations, and if they exceeded what the expectations were, we didn't let them in. So if their temperature was 100, or they answered one of them questions where they were like they were out of state and they were in contact with somebody with COVID. So I'm glad that Fortitude Security was one of those companies that actually had the front line on being able to make sure that our community was safe and not just talk but action.
Amen, man. Has COVID affected the business?
Oh man, yeah. Let me tell you, man. Let me give you this, man. Like I know I tell people this all the time, man. God's awesome. So right before COVID, man, I had got with my team, got with my advisor. Man, it's good to just have people that got your back.
Yes, sir.
And you know they for you.
Valuable.
And he pulled me aside, and we went. We had every movie theater from here to Crystal River. We had every Waffle House, and all that dried up. And the PPP loan came out, and so we were blessed. And so all my employees, I was able to pay them through the PPP loan. They didn't have to apply for unemployment.
Amen.
And they were able to do it. And that's how you do it, man. And so that you can receive your blessing. That's why the harvest is great, but it's few. The harvest is great.
Here, baby.
The harvest is great, but it's few.
You're preaching in here, big dog.
You know me, man. And that harvest has been great. And folk like yourself, man, that I've grown up with, man, to see you be successful, it brings so much joy to me. Because we were just down the street on 12th.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
3126.
Say that, OG.
3126.
Yes, sir. Hey, so talk a little bit about the difference between private security and corporate security.
So private security, it's not much of a difference. You're just giving a different service. So private security, you're dealing with whatever particular company that hires you, whether it be Advanced America or whoever. Corporate security, same thing. You're just giving them that corporate feel, that corporate authority, letting them know that your job is there to protect.
Earpieces, all that.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
That's what I'm talking
about.
And
we're here to do what we got to do to make sure that your assets are protected.
Talk a little bit about the trainings and the classes that you offer, because you guys offer a number of different things. I know you got your other instructor, Mr. Eric Aldrich. How do I say that? Rutledge. Okay, I'm sorry. I must have wrote that down wrong.
You're fine.
Okay. So Eric Rutledge is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't even know that was him. So talk a little bit about the trainings and the classes that you offer.
So we offer the D class is the one that I instruct. It's a 42-hour course, 40 hours, and then 2 hours during the test. Then you have that's the class D. Then you have the class G. It's a 4-day course. Right now, the state has permitted that we can do the class D and G on Skype or Zoom. And so then that day when you have to shoot, you actually have to come to the gun range.
And this is for regular citizens.
This is for regular citizens.
Gotcha.
And then so that's the D and the G. And then your concealed weapons, as we know, it's every Saturday from 9 until 1. p.m. And listen, at Santa Fe Jeep Tech, 2153 Southeast Hawthorne Road. Now, the good thing about that is, not only do we offer that, but let's say if there's a Sunday and you got 6 of your homeboys that want to come, and man, we can't make it Saturday. Well, you know what? Fortitude Security is here to serve the community. we will make time for you on Saturday or whenever you need it.
Well, we're getting a question here. From Miss Shasha Speaks, Shasha Music. She's asking how much for the classes. The classes are $75, but we're actually giving away another class at the end of the show, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if you stay tuned and call in, maybe you can win. Good way to save some money, and it's a good way for my man here to keep spreading that good generosity from God, man.
And this is the thing. So when they come to us, this is the unique thing about Fortitude. You do everything right there. You shoot everything. Everything is done there.
And you guys are located
at the Santa Fe G-Tech building, 2153 Southeast Hawthorne Road. And so when you come there, you get everything. Now, after you get done, you get your certificate. Then you go to the tax collector's office right there in the county administration building, and you get your stuff, and you're good to go. They'll take a copy. You pay like $150 on their end, and you're good to go.
Wow, man. That's all right. That's a blessing. Talk about why that's important to the community.
Man, listen, people better know their rights.
Say that.
With everything that's going on, it's good to know the Lord. It's good to have the Holy Spirit. That's great. But know your rights. Know what and who and how you're protected when it comes to the rights and your rights and the gun. You got to know how to operate it, what to do, what not to do. If you get in a gunfight, if you shoot somebody, what to say and what not to say. Get that person.
So you got to go over all that too. The law.
You got to go all that because this is the thing, man. A lot of times, what kills us, bro, is what we say out of our mouth. And the greatest thing is when you in that kind of situation. Excuse what I'm about to say, but shut up.
Yes, sir.
Shut up, because that will save you.
For your own good.
Yeah, that will save you a headache. That will save you legally, physically, and spiritually.
We got a question from Miss Crystal McLean. She's saying, so, I don't know exactly what she means, but she's asking, what if you never shot a gun?
So if you ain't never shot a gun, that's why my instructor, Mr. Rutledge, is so amazing. He will teach you everything you need to know, and you can take classes, but he teach you right there. He shows you exactly what to do, how to do. So if you're not comfortable, we'll get you comfortable. That's my job, to make sure that you leave prepared and ready.
Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got another two questions from Miss Shasha again. She's asking, is it best to get insurance on a gun? And what's the best gun for a female to get?
Well, you know what? So it is best. It is best to get insurance. And what you want to go through, they have a league where you can actually purchase insurance, and it comes with your package.
Okay.
And so, when we get off the air, what have you, we just call my office. We'll take care of you and show you what you need to do. And the best gun for you is the gun that you feel comfortable with. Because this is the thing. When you pick up a gun, you want to know, that you feel comfortable shooting it. You know how to operate the gun. A lot of the ladies, they like those little pink guns.
Yeah.
A lot of them, they like them little pink guns.
The pretty ones.
Yeah, it fits in the purse. So you have to find the one. And so when you come to the class, we can kind of get you familiar with what you would like and what will suit you. And we'll assist you. We're here to make sure you're straight. You know what I'm saying? No, you're only as good as I am, and I'm only as good as you is. So I appreciate it.
Cool. And actually, I want you, when we do the phone call, I'm going to have you put the headphones on so you can hear the people calling in, man.
Okay.
And Miss Cynthia Allen is saying she wants a shotgun. That's what I want, a big shotgun.
Oh, well.
Yeah. Well, I just don't really, I don't rather, Anyway, that's a conversation. That's off the mic conversation.
You got personal security. So
Right. Talk a little bit about crowd control, what it is, and why it's important.
Well, crowd control simply is this. We want to make sure that people are safe.
Okay.
We want to make sure that things don't happen that's not supposed to happen. There's always an itinerary of what's going to happen, and we want to make sure that who's coming and going will get there safely, and not only that, but without incident. And that's so important. And when you do that, you have to have relationships. Relationships play a big part in crowd control. Who you know helps you. If you were to bring an artist to town, how would we facilitate the security? And you have to be a security company that's able to work with local officials, federal officials, and they like you, and you're able to create a plan that will get the city in a safe position when they bring big folks in town. And that's, I tell people all the time, Jerry, all money ain't good money, bro. There's some things that have been brought to me that I just turned down.
Right, that's real. You say all that glitters ain't gold. I was looking on your website. You guys have a number of good testimonials on there too for people to visit. So, I just want to shout out some contact information. First of all, they're located on Hawthorne Road at the G-Tech building, right? On the right side, right before you get to the old Save-A-Lot old food line. The phone number is 352-577-0929. Or you can go to the website, which is FortitudeSecurityInc.com, or just search them on Facebook at Fortitude Security. But let's go back to now. First of all, I want you to talk about the areas that you guys serve, If are you guys global, or you just confined to the state, or what's the case there? And then talk about why, because I know your theme is local. So talk about why that's important too.
So the first thing is we actually travel all over the state.
Nice.
We get calls all over the state.
Just like Florida Hip Hop Radio.
Yeah, man.
For the whole state.
They call us and we go.
Nice.
And we're a different company because we don't just take anything. Now, but what made me come out with Truly Local was because I saw an absence in our community.
Yes, sir.
With people that are from the community, that know the community, that know the people. There's a lot of things that won't happen at a lot of these apartment complexes and things because of how they know you and your relationship in the community. And so when you have people that's coming out here, different companies, and they coming in your community, don't know your community, they got their hand on the gun, and they don't know that you shouldn't be doing that, and how the people will respond to that causes a problem. So when you got people like myself that's grew up here, that knows community, that works with the police department and with sheriff's office and these agencies to do whatever we need to do to make sure that community is safe, that's what it takes.
That's real. Those relationships may literally save your life.
Oh man, it saves your life, and you gotta be, and I keep saying, you gotta be likable. Dude, if you're not likable, you should go pray.
Wow, that's what I should probably go pray. Hey, but look, check this out, man. Talk a little bit. I want you to shout out first your staff, including Mr. Rutledge and everybody else. Anybody else that works with you. And then I had another question for you, but I'll just do that
Man,
first.
I want to shout out to Mr. Rutledge. He is not only a business partner with me with Fortitude Security. He's like a father.
Oh, man, that's all right, bro.
And I won't cry, but there's been many times where I can just call that man and he's like, dude, do this. He's like, Cain, we got this.
All right.
And so when you have that, and he's black.
A real support.
Dude is like, all right, that's what's up. And he has not failed me. He's been with me through all the hard times. And I just thank God for him. And all my Fortitude staff, they're just phenomenal. And, people like Bill Dorman at Santa Fe G-Tech, he's...
Shout out to Bill.
Bill tight, man.
Bill's
Bill
a
is
good
my
guy.
mentor. And then his receptionist that be at the desk, she got her own, business, and Sharon, she does graphic design, man. Y'all should hit her up.
Yeah, shout out to her, too.
Oh, man, Sharon tight. She's really good. And they really care, man. And I'm around a team that loves me.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? So that makes a difference. And then I got you, man. Like somebody I grew up with. I'm like sitting in the studio with. So I'm real happy on that.
That's all right, brother. Can you explain the differences between, just give us examples. I know it may sound self-explanatory, but I just want you to kind of break it down for people that don't know.
Okay.
The differences between, or examples of armed and unarmed security training.
Gotcha. So the unarmed is an officer that does not have a gun.
Gotcha.
That officer just will be in a uniform, and they will patrol and do whatever that.
So you guys train security officers in order to
do their job. Yes,
okay.
Sir. It's a 42-hour course, and it's at Fortitude Security. And you can call us, and the price is $150.
Nice, man.
And we do it, man. And it's a 4-day course, 7 to 7, and it's great. It's everything is authentic, great. And then you have your G. Your G is with the gun. So when you're out there and you got your gun, operating a post with a gun, that's what that's for. Now you conceal weapons, that's a separate entity. That's you as a citizen, not operating as a security officer.
Okay, got you, man. That's all right, brother. Talk a little bit about well, we got a pretty one thing that me and you kind of negotiated on behind the scenes is we're gonna be doing a show here every other week for an hour.
Yeah.
At least for the next month.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about some of the things we may be talking about on the show with the hour that we're gonna be doing with Dejeon every other week.
Man, I'm gonna bring in Bill Dorman.
Okay.
People that have helped me.
Yes, sir.
During the pandemic, man.
Nice.
At Santa Fe G-Tech, man, that man will help you with anything. Like he's a true. Oh man, he's just a true person. I mean,
right. That's real.
And the thing is, he don't just talk. He actually tells you this is what you need to do to get this. This is how you get connected to this, and that's what we need. So I'll be bringing people in like him. I'll be bringing in other people that in the community that just want to, Armando Grandi.
Okay.
Other people.
I interviewed Armando probably about 2 or 3 years ago.
Just other people that see the things that's going on, and to bring our attention to these things. Man, I got a lot of things I'm trying to do, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got a big announcement soon, bro. Like,
okay, cool.
I'm real quiet right now,
yes,
but
sir, when the time is right.
But I'm gonna be loud soon. I'm excited.
That's all right, man. So I want to shout out one more time the contact information, it's just phone number to Fortitude Security, which is 352-577-0929. The website is fortitudesecurityinc.com, or you can search on Facebook, which is it's Fortitude Security Incorporated. Now, the name is Bill Dorman. Cynthia, we had a question. What was the name? It's Bill Dorman, right? Yeah, really good guy.
352-393-6000.
Nice. And give the address again, please.
2153 Southeast Hawthorne Road.
That's the G-Tech building right there on Hawthorne Road. So we're going to open up the lines again for the next winner. Actually, bro, if you want to come over here, I want you to hear in this time. I don't know why I didn't think about that last time. But it's just throwing those headphones right there. But yeah, so we're going to open up the lines again for the first caller for a $75 value of the concealed weapons course. The phone number to call is 352-554-5645. That's 352-554-5645. Y'all, first call in and you'll win. And shout out to y'all, man. Happy hunting out there. Yeah. And again, bro, thanks a lot for your generosity to the community, man. Thanks for all the work that you've done. Thanks to just everything on behalf of the community. I want to thank you a lot. Also, I want to kind of open up the floor for you to. We're gonna wrap it up, but just if you want to shout out anybody, or if you want to, well, 1 second, we'll get back to that. Let's see what we got over here. Thanks for calling Florida Hip Hop Radio. It's your boy Drake Jenkins. Who do I got on the line? Shasha Music. Congratulations, Shasha. We definitely got a winner, man. I don't know if you want to speak to.
Man, what's up, Shasha? Hey, we got you, man. Fortitude holding it down here in the 352 games.
Nice. So, what you're gonna be winning is a concealed weapons course for Fortitude Security. What I'll do is we'll contact you. I'll actually contact you via Facebook as well with all of the details to your win. I just don't want to take all your information over the air here. But thanks a lot, and thanks for listening in and calling, and congratulations.
Hey.
Awesome. Take care. So cool, man.
I like that beat, man. I like that beat.
Oh, no problem, bro.
You know.
Well, when I finish the production, you'll get all that, the whole thing. So that's what you're here for, brother. Yeah. Again, man, thanks again for what you did. Shout out to Shasha for winning. Congratulations to her. And I kind of want to just open up the floor to you to speak to the people, give them your best hurrah or your spiel or whatever you want to say to them, or shout out whoever you want to shout out to.
You know what? My best spiel is this right here.
Yes, sir.
If you need somewhere you need to go.
Yes, sir.
If you're looking for concealed weapons,
yeah.
Come to Fortitude Security. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need, Fortitude Security is here. Listen, y'all can call 352-577-0929. 365 days a year, somebody will pick up that phone and make sure you covered. You know what? Fortitude.
It's nothing like having that good reliability. Hey, man, much love. I want to thank you for coming on, though, for real, man. I know it's going to be a lot of fun.
Listen, thank you. And listen, I want you to keep on doing what you're doing. And I'm going to just say this to everybody. You really don't have a problem. All you need is more faith in God.
Oh, man.
It's not your storm,
Amen.
But it's the way out of the storm.
Say that, man.
And, bro, I'm telling you, bro, if you're from the 352 and you grew up here, you done seen the storm. But in District 1, we got a pandemic solver. And I just got to say it, my girl, Miss Duncan. Man, Miss Duncan Walker. I love her, man. And again, I know the station ain't endorsing her, but I'm telling you, that's what we need in our community. When you've been around and you saw how we've suffered and we're still trying to come up, and we need a real leader. So, hey, man, I just had to do that.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No, that was all good, bro. You got the flow, bro.
I just want to say to all my ladies, Fortitude.
That's a commercial right there. Hey, that's real, man. Much love, man. Fortitude Security. I make sure y'all check them out. I want to thank you, Dejeon and Cain, for coming in, man. Thank you for everything you do, brother.
Always a pleasure, sir.
All right, man.